Day, you can see it says Alkanes Practice. And this is going from a name to a structural diagram, and that's generally pretty straightforward. Hexane tells me I put 6 carbons in a row. Then it says 4 ethyl, so I go 1, 2, 3, 4. On the 4th carbon, I put in an ethyl. And then it says 2 bromo, so if I counted there as 4, this is the 2nd carbon, I put a Br. And then what I do is I make sure all the carbons have 4 bonds around them. And then I load in my hydrogens. So hydrogens are the last thing to pop in there. The next piece to look at will be our 2,3-dimethyl pentane. So again, I start with pentane, and I'm going to put in 5 carbons. And so on the 2nd carbon of the chain, that's saying that's the address for 1. I'm going to point 1 up and 1 down just to give myself more room for putting in all the hydrogens. So remember, carbons always want 4 bonds around them in the organic game. And hydrogens are always 1 bond on the outside. Hopefully I haven't missed any. And that is our 2,3-dimethyl pentane. The next beast. Okay, so we have this nonine right here. So that is 9 carbons in a row. See if that's showing up. Looks like it might be. And then I see I have all these ethyls. Isn't that delightful? So I have an ethyl off a 3rd carbon. I have another ethyl off the 3rd carbon. And then I have an ethyl off the 4th carbon. Ethyl means 2 carbons. And then on the 1st carbon, I have a couple of iodines. And on the 2nd carbon, I have iodines. And then I have to go crazy filling in all my hydrogens. And I didn't leave a lot of room for that. So we just start putting in the hydrogens here. Squeeze them in there. 4 bonds around each carbon. Does get to be a squeeze play with the slimy ethyls. And of course you'll do your work much more neatly. I'm not used to trying to use a pen. So that's that structure. And again, if you work right to left, it becomes fairly straightforward. And our last one on this page is an octane. So we put 8 carbons in a row. And we see 3 has a chlorine, so we put a 3 there. We have an ethyl on the 4th. And 2,3-dimethyl. And so we've got a methyl here. And we're going to have a methyl here. And then it's the usual thing. Just make sure every carbon has 4 hydrogens around it. Let's see if we're fitting it all there. And we just finish it off. And that's it. So that's how to draw structures from a name, and you can see it's pretty easy. And this is simply starting with the wacky world of alkanes.